Hi, I'm Lisa. Welcome to Lisa's Unfiltered Flock. This is my introductory video.
What are you doing?
Oh my God. Get out of here.
What is this?
It's my husband, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi.
I originally decided to start a YouTube channel to get some information out there in the public that I think every woman needs to hear. I am suffering from breast implant illness, or BII, and it took me a very long time to figure this out. So this video is just letting you know who I am, why I'm here, and what I'll be doing. So I grew up in a normal household, middle class. We had everything that we needed. We never suffered. I grew up freckled-faced, red-headed, skinny, four-eyed, flat-chested girl. So I did suffer from bullying as a child. But when I was 12 years old, my mother was diagnosed with cancer, and that stuff really didn't matter anymore. So she did fight a long, hard battle for 2 years. So I was 14 when she passed away in 1993. So during that time are kind of formative years for children. That self-esteem, you kind of have to mold and grow. I was very loved. I was always affirmed. So during that time frame, I never really worried about what I looked like. I didn't really care. I was bullied, but it didn't matter. So in high school, I guess you would say the whole ugly duckling into a swan deal happened, and I had a very good high school life. I was involved. I was really actively involved to keep my mind off of my grief, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. I just needed to stay busy. And then I just, made friends, and I was just nice to people. With that being said, and still being bullied, I did also have a boyfriend who, he would break up with me and date somebody else, and then we'd get back together, and then we'd break up and he'd date somebody else, then we'd get back together. And, that kind of suffers your self-esteem a little bit as well. I had always wanted to do something about my chest. That was kind of a big deal. I had decided when I was 19, kind of quickly, to have breast augmentation. There was a lady at work that had them done, and she was so happy, and I could just see the difference in her. And she's like, look how real they look how natural they look. It was a physician and his wife. They owned the clinic. I made a consultation. I went and saw them, loved them both. And this was during the time when you had Jenny McCarthy, Pamela Anderson, Carmen Electra. You were just surrounded by these women who were big-breasted and clearly fake, and you just couldn't get away from him. And he did not recommend me to have those size implants, so we just went average. I just wanted to be in a C cup. I was a double A, so I was literally nothing, but I was also muscular. I was very slender, tiny, but I had muscles. I was involved in dance. So anything really big would have kind of looked abnormal on me. And I do not regret having them done. I can honestly say that during that time frame, they gave me what I needed. I loved how I looked. I felt more confident. I loved how shirts fit me, how bathing suits fit me. I was getting attention from men, but I probably, hindsight, that's not the kind of attention that you want. We're all beautiful with what we have. There's always going to be somebody who loves you for who you are. You don't need to overcompensate for that. But again, we'll go over that more on that later. So probably I think I was having symptoms of breast implant illness for a while, but I didn't know that this was a thing. I didn't know that it existed. Again, I'll go over a lot of that, what my symptoms are, what I have been diagnosed with, what I haven't been diagnosed with. And no, I can't. You're distracting me.
Sorry. Where's my phone?
Can you just get the fuck out of here? I don't know where your phone is.
Well, then tell me when the food's here.
Come look for your phone. I love you.
Love you.
I don't even remember where I was. So finally, just a few weeks ago, I like watching the Housewives. It's just something. It's stupid. It's fun to watch. They're ridiculous women. Whether it's scripted or not, I don't really care. Sometimes I just need to turn on something and not think and just zone out. Kind of like why I like the Sharknado movies. So Tamara Judge is one of the housewives, and I happened to see her on Instagram talking about getting her breast implants removed. And I know she's done it before and she had them replaced, but like this time she was for real getting them removed, and had mentioned breast implant illness. And something in me just went, what? And I went down the rabbit hole. I watched every video. I still am watching videos. I did research. I've joined a Facebook group. I'll put the information below that you just put in the search button some symptom that you're having, and boom, you know, you have so many stories of all of these women having these problems, and like you're not even being diagnosed with anything. No one knows what's wrong with you or why you're having these problems, and you're just brushed off. It's either age or hormones or something to that effect, and you know deep down something is wrong with me and I don't know why. There was one point that, and I'll talk about it later, that I was praying that I had hepatitis just so that I had an answer for what was wrong with me. Who wants to pray to have hepatitis? But I wanted an answer, and I don't have it, but that's besides the point. So it's just been a very long journey of fighting for a diagnosis and what's wrong, and no one knowing that this really exists, because breast implant illness is not a diagnosis. It's not recognized by the medical community. And a lot of the doctors just kind of laugh it off, that it's just in your mind and it's in your head, but it's not. It's real. You have implanted something that's foreign to your body, and your body is fighting it. You have scar tissue that builds up around it for a reason. It's trying to protect your body from what you've put in there. I am not a medical doctor, clearly. I am only giving my information, what I've been going through, my personal opinion, and maybe I can reach out to somebody who's having symptoms and thinks that they're crazy, but you're not, and you're not alone. Or someone who is thinking about having breast implants. I have done so much research before scheduling my appointment with this breast explant surgeon than I did for having the breast implants put in. Granted, I was 19 years old. You know, I did not pay attention. I read, you know, the warnings or whatever, but it's not going to apply to me. That's not going to happen to me. I'm young, whatever. You know, just so many things that you don't think about the repercussions of when you're young, and that's kind of who they're selling to as well. And you see a lot of these influencers on YouTube or Instagram, and they're having breast augmentation and flaunting it, and it just, I just want to go and give them a big hug and say, you are enough. Your breasts do not make you who you are, and it's okay. It's okay just to be you. So now I'm having to pay I don't even know how much more than the original, probably 5 times more to have these removed. Am I going to miss them? Probably. It was 1999 when I had them implanted, so they've been a part of me for over 20 years. People don't even know that I have them because they just look natural, and I don't wear things to show them off. That's not why I got them. I got them for myself, not for other people. But yeah, it's just it's okay. You do not need anything toxic going into your body that is going to cause these health issues later on down the road. And we're talking autoimmune disorders. We're not talking just having, small little issues. And even these small issues are big issues. Brain fog. I have lost my debit card twice already in a month, and that is not me. That is not me. I sometimes can't even speak or say the right words, or it takes me forever to even figure out what I'm trying to say. And I know that's kind of common, but it's only gradually gotten worse. And sometimes to the point where my husband's like, "Are you okay? What's wrong with you?" I don't know what's wrong with me. Oh, it's these breast implants. I'm going to put a list of the symptoms for you here, there, not really sure where I'm going to put them. This is my first YouTube video, obviously, so I don't know how this even operates, but I will put the symptoms there. It's a very long list. A lot of the symptoms are in my bucket of, I don't know what is causing these symptoms. Could it be just this or that, or who knows? But I will definitely go over every symptom that I've been having. And along the way, I will just throw in some random things, so it won't just be about my breast explant journey. I will discuss my weight loss journey as well. So I joined Weight Watchers a few months ago. I know a lot of people have had success with it. My problem really wasn't what I was eating. It was just kind of the excess of what I was eating. Because when I get upset or having a bad day or whatever the case is, it's not that I just have queso and chips. I literally would eat the whole thing of queso and chips. Just eat it all. So definitely an emotional eater. So I just needed something to reel me in and go, hey, stop. Take accountability, track your stuff. I've tried to do my macros. That's not for me. So I've actually, with the Weight Watchers, it's been really well. I've been tracking well, and I do try to be active. We've recently purchased a Tempo, and I'll give you information on that as well. It's really, was obsessed with it until we adopted 3 kittens that have taken over that room temporarily, but when they are out, I will be more obsessed with it. And then I'll just kind of go over day-to-day stuff too. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you follow me through this journey. If you know anyone who has breast implants and are feeling sick or having these symptoms, and they don't really know what's wrong, tell them about breast implant illness. They may not listen to you. It may take them 2 or 3 years before they kind of have it click, because we all have to come to the realization of ourselves. You don't want to go, this is really what's wrong and I need to get them out, because you wanted them in the first place. But I want to be healthy, and I want to live my life. And, to going back to with my mother, she was 43 years old when she passed away. I turned 42 this year. And it is so surreal when you think back and you have a family on where she was in her life, and she had to say goodbye to her children. She had to say goodbye to her husband. And, I look at my husband and I go, I don't know that I would be able to say goodbye to you. And he wouldn't know what to do without me, and my son, not being able to see him grow up, just the realization of that. So I don't want to get too heavy on it, but it really is kind of a pushing factor of why I want to do this, and why I want other people to be healthy too. This isn't worth you not being able to live your best life. And that's what we should be doing, living our best life while we're here and while we have the opportunity. So if you would like this video, if you want to subscribe, hit that notification button. Every time that I release something, you'll be able to watch it. And again, share it with somebody. I'm not here to be popular. I'm not here to do anything. I just want to help, and I want to get the word out. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful night.